everybody. We are on another adventure. Surprise, surprise. And speaking of surprises, we are going to tell you where we're going at the end of the video. So this is a big surprise for you too. So we are currently in Richmond, or approaching Richmond very quickly, and we will arrive in our first leg of our adventure in about 3-4 hours, and then the second leg of our adventure will end tomorrow. So stay tuned. We have some wonderful news to share. Alrighty, bye.
He looks so cute.
Did you take it? Or are you videoing? Oh, hi. Papa, you gotta tell us these things. Yeah. See, we gotta do the right poses. That's right. We gotta do the right poses, Papa.
She's being scary. How's the big family?
So, a quick update. We just stopped at our first checkpoint on our surprise trip, and we are on our way to our main destination. So, been rainy off and on, kind of pretty now, a little cloudy but pretty, and we're on our way to our main trip. We'll probably be there in probably another 4 hours, and we'll see you when we get there, and we will reveal the big surprise. We've made it to the surprise. Alright, here we are. So, I don't think I had any videos of the golf cart to begin with. First off, I guess you need to know that this is our second vehicle. So this is our first vehicle, this truck. Some of you know that we used to have a 3/4 ton Ford, and we had that because we had a camper, a big fifth wheel camper, 31 foot, and we sold that and all when we moved here, so we didn't really need the big truck anymore. And plus, this island, as you look around, there's not very big parking spaces around, especially most of the businesses. So, and it just doesn't do as good on the beach and all that stuff. So anyway, long story short, we sold the big truck because if we're going to be traveling up and down the road, as we do sometimes, it's definitely not really good for that. So we traded that in and we bought this 2023 Tacoma. Had 50,000 miles on it. It's a really nice truck. We really like it a whole lot. It's smaller, of course, so we have to get used to that. But this is our first vehicle. I don't even know if it's our first. This is one of our vehicles. And then this one, the motorcycle, I'm going to be selling. And this golf cart is our second vehicle because that's all we need to get around on the island. So when we got it from a gentleman that used to live here and owns a house here and all that stuff, we bought it from him because he moved off the island, and we bought it from him. And so when we bought it from him, it had right there, it had a great big rainbow colored sea turtle on both sides. And so Bethel wanted to keep the sea turtles. I did not want to keep the sea turtles. So
There's one thing that he has won on.
yep, I won something. Yep. Mark it on your calendars. So anyway, Betha had ordered a bunch of stickers. And so we're stickering the thing up now, changing it. And not only that, but, you know, this is a small town, so everybody knows everybody. So when I bought this golf cart and I'd pull up to some place, a store or wherever, isn't that such and such a golf cart? Isn't, you know, and yeah, it was, but it's mine now. So anyway, Betha drives it most of the time to work. So we're doing some different stickers. You can see that's a beachy thing, and Betha just ordered some of these. And then this one, Ocracoke, that came from the festival here on the island, as did that one. And then we have Hooked on Jesus. And then we have a couple reflective things we thought would be a good idea to have. So we put 2 there, and we put 2 up here as well. And Beth is going to be putting 2 more on that side up top here. And then on this side, I have Faith, Family, Freedom, Biscuit Plant, and a summer scene. And then Beth is going to put the reflective arrows, 2 of them, one there, like the other side. Because we do ride these things at night. We have 2 tail lights. We don't have a blinker, but we do have tail lights. Some golf carts have blinkers. We don't. And then we have that.
With my friends, to my friend's house, and I took the golf cart, and it started to rain, and I had no choice but to drive it home through a monsoon. I could barely see. Good times.
Yeah, and then one time we went to the the Opry. We went to the Opry, me and Betha. It was just us 2 then, wasn't it? And we went to the Opry, and which is really just down the end of our street, about a half mile. Anyway, we come out of there, and we turned our light on. It's our little headlight here. And we turned that on, and it flickered and it went off. It was pitch dark. And so we had to ride all the way home in the pitch dark. But there's golf carts and bicycles everywhere in the summertime after dark, so that's why we like to do the we just wanted to put a couple reflective stickers on here, just because. And then this is my design here, of course, and this is kind of 3D, and then this is just a sticker, so everybody in short order will know whose golf cart it is, because they know us by our golf carts around here. But it's pretty cool. Yeah. And then I got this bike, because that's one thing that we like to do around here also. So Taylor has a bike. That's her bike. This is Beth's old one, and that one up there is my old one, which those two need to go in the trash. But this is hers. She rides hers to work. She works at the end of the road. And then Betha has one parked over here, right there. And then I wanted one. So really good friends of ours, let's just say, found this one. It was on its way to the dump, and able to get it, and it came in a couple pieces, so I had to buy a chain for it and do some work, just a very little bit of work to it, and now that's my wheels. So I rode that to work once already, and I really need to ride a lot more. Really, because it let me know I'm not in shape. But would like to grease up the bearings and stuff maybe this winter and all. But anyway, yeah, that's my wheels. So folks, this is the southernmost point of Ocracoke Island. If you look way out there, it's gonna be too hard to see, but over there's a lighthouse. I live over there. Over here's the ocean, and over here's the sound, and this is the southernmost point of Ocracoke Island, where the sound and the ocean meet, right smack here. So you can see how the waters are turbulent. If you look real close, cameras never do any justice, but this is where the waters are very turbulent, right here, because this is where the ocean and the sound meet. So out there, right about there, can't really see it, is channel markers out there. So people coming out of the lake, the marina, they follow this and they go out, and then it could go out to the ocean. So across there, that's the sound. Out there, you probably can't see, maybe a little bit of trees. That's Portsmouth Island out there. So see how turbulent these waters are? So in a small boat like mine, that's probably not a good idea, or definitely not a good idea. Sure is beautiful. And all the way back up the beach, goes around the curve and on up. And our truck is somewhere over there. And you got this big pool of water right here. When the tide goes down, it's like a big lake, and it breaks in over there. So it's really cool. So we got the new part. Let me show you. Hopefully this is the right one, and hopefully this fixes the problem. We shall see.
What is it called?
This is called a timer base. This has to do with the firing system and everything. and I'll show you where it goes and all that. I've replaced everything else. This is the only thing I've not replaced. We ordered this, as I told you before, and the first company 3 weeks, and finally they said, "Oh, we can't ship it," so they canceled the order, and I found another place. Anyway, there that is. So today,
What's it called?
timer base.
What's it called to the layman? Like a trigger or something?
Timer based trigger. Actually,
Timer based
trigger
trigger.
based. Trigger based or timer
Okay.
based trigger.
Okay.
So electronics in it. It goes under the flywheel, under the stator, and it has to do with when it fires, when the spark plugs fire, and all that stuff.
All right. Well, let's do this.
So I've had this stuff apart so many times. What's another one?
Hopefully well, it won't be the last one, but hopefully the
Well,
last one before we get it on the water. White lightning.
Okay, so I've got everything off from where it was.
So where does it
before.
go?
Right down there. Right on there. So this thing goes here. Just like, let's get this out. Oh, I've got a little plastic piece I put away that I need to put this.
How little is it?
What, this?
Uh-huh.
This little thing. Come back. Alright, so this little thing, it goes like, how does this little thing go? It's supposed to be there. Looks like it's the wrong, that part's the wrong size, but I'm gonna put it in there anyway.
Looks like it was made for it.
Huh?
Looks like it was made for it.
Yeah, except this piece here, but I'll have to deal with that. That has to do with when you put it in gear, it changes the idle or changes the timing a little bit. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. Okay. Then
What's that?
this is the stator. Stator. Yeah, if I remember which way I put it on because there's wires. I think we're like this. Maybe not. Maybe like that. It only goes like one way. Let's take it off here for just a minute. I'll have to get the screws. Let's get that line up because it only goes one way, and sometimes it's really hard to determine which way that is. Okay, one line's up. Two lines up. Three lines up. Okay, perhaps that's it. Okay, so then we gotta make sure all of our wires in order. You make these toolkits and then you can't get the tools out of them.
As you can see, this has become our workbench temporarily. Had to get a little bit better clarity on that flywheel.
There, and to get the key lined up. And it's magnetic, so it wants to break your hand off in the process.
Oh my.
Okay. That's on.
Make sure we tighten that key really torque it down good.
Alright, I need to go over here and get. I need to find something to hold it to.
What kind of socket we gotta do?
1.25 inches.
1.25 inches. I believe he called that Big Brother. I guess it's a big one. Big one for sure.
What I think. There, I'm stopping there.
Tim says the only thing left to do is to try at the motor. I'm a little nervous. This is supposed to be our last resort. We shall see. Have a what?
Spark plug tester that I assume works. I've never seen it work because I can't get it to work. So we're going to try that first. And if there's any doubt that that works right, then I'll just pull the plug. So we want to see a light in this little thing light up. So first off, let's double check, make sure we're good. Okay. Never had that before. I don't see a spark, but there's still a couple things to check yet.
Let's see if we can see a little light blink.
See anything?
No.
Okay, let me take a spark. See it?
No.
You don't see it? Right at the edge of that thing.
Do it again.
You're good.